Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 137 of Gains, and this one is titled Cat Lets the Cat Out of the Bag. Oh, your mum chuckled, then gushed. I bet everyone wants to have a good look at my beautiful girl. No one looks at my girl like that, though. Only I'm allowed to. Bakugou replied, and you froze. Oh, crap, oh no, you thought as you looked from him to your mum. She had definitely heard what he'd said. Oh, well, I'm glad you think of her as a close friend, she said, almost baiting him. Mum, I know now's probably not the best time to reveal this, but, you paused and looked at both your boys. We're all actually in a relationship. I'm dating both Katsuki and E, you said, gesturing to each of your boys as you said their names. They're both my boyfriends. It's unconventional, I know, but it's just how it's happened to be, and we're all okay with it, you said with a slight grimace, making a face in advance of what your mum was going to say. She just blinked at you, and you weren't sure how to take her silence as she stood there for a second, motionless. Oh, I see. Now, I knew both boys wanted you, you beautiful girl, she said after taking it in for a second. I know it might take a little bit of time to get used to the idea, you said to her, giving her a chance to speak her mind in case she was holding back on your account. Honey, you have two very sweet boys here who want to look after you and will cherish you. That's all I could ask for, your mum said with a soft smile as she reached over and pulled you in for a hug. Now you two make sure to treat my baby like a queen, yes? She added, stepping firmly into mother role. I know I'm not much of a threat, but don't you dare make her cry or I'll come for you. Oh, you don't have to worry at all, Mrs. Lin. Katsuki and I think Yin is amazing. We really care about her and cherish every moment with her. Right, bro? Kiri asked, wanting Bakugou to back him up. Yeah, not usually one for sharing, but we're an awesome trio. Nothing can break us apart. Bakugou agreed with a smirk. They do treat me well, Mum. If only you'd seen them earlier when I was getting your clothes, you said. They were so good. I'll tell you about it later, but first can I show you what we got for you? I know you said you wanted clothes, but I also grabbed a few other things that I thought you might like. Oh, well, of course, your mum said, still a little mind-blown by your sudden poly-relationship reveal. Okay, so, you said excitedly, all of your clothes are in the gym bag there. You pointed to the gym bag by her bed. And then you looked around, trying to locate the picnic basket, then spotted it beside Kiri. That one. Check in there, Mum. Your mum saw you pointing to the picnic basket and stepped over to pick it up, but Kiri had already lifted it up and placed it on the table for her. Oh, thank you, sweetheart, she said sweetly as she reached for the lid and then pulled it open and then gasped when she saw what was inside. Oh my goodness, oh, my favourite mug. Oh, and you also bought my casserole dish. Oh, honey, she said with love, turning to you and grabbing you into a loving hug as tears welled in her eyes again. I wanted you to have them, and I also bought your favourite cushion too, you said, looking around. Oh no, where's the cushion? You asked. Oh, I'm sorry, Yin, Kiri said sadly. I think we forgot it in the back of Aizawa's car. Oh, that's okay, I can get it tomorrow and bring it here. That's no problem, you said with a small smile. Sorry, Mum, I was hoping you could have it tonight. Oh, honey, as long as I have you, I have nothing else that I want or need, she said, hugging you again. You smiled tearfully and hugged her back. This was the beginning of a new era. Later that night, you left with your boys and headed down to the bus stop to go back to the dorms. You filled them in on the happenings and told them that your dad had indeed called your mum and had told her he wanted a divorce. This was all so surreal for you too, and at that point you just felt very emotionally numb. It's hard for Mum. She didn't want to have to do that, so it was a difficult decision, but it's been decided for her. It's still hard, you said sadly as you looked down into your lap, the bus bouncing you a little. I guess it came at a good time because she's still in the health retreat, so I can talk to the psychologist about it while she's there. I know it's not as simple as just talking about it and you'll suddenly feel better, but I hope it helps, you said, still just kind of talking and not really worrying if either of the boys were listening or not. Kiri reached for your hand and squeezed it, and Bakugou placed his arm around your shoulders and pulled you into his side and then kissed the side of your head. She has you. It's all she needs. It's what she said, right? So be there for her, he said in his comforting, gruff voice. You nodded. I will, you replied. It's always been me and Mum, and I'm not about to change that. He nodded, and you turned your head to look at Kiri. Come in here, you said, reaching your arm around him to pull him into your side so you were all leaning against Bakugou up against the window of the bus. Stop squishing me, he grunted. Stacks on Katsuki, he said with a smile. I can come and sit on your lap, bro, if you want, Kiri offered, and Bakugo blushed. No, he barked. Stay in your seat, dumb hair. He's just embarrassed, you placated Kiri quickly. He doesn't mean that. Bakugo clicked his tongue to the inside of his mouth, but didn't say anything else, and you smirked to yourself. He's so hooked he can't even deny it, you thought. It was hard to sleep that night. All you could think about was your dad's angry face and your mum's crying face. Your emotions were all over the place, so you got up to go to Kiri's room. You just needed cuddles. Knocking softly on his door yielded no reply, and you worried that he was asleep already, and you didn't want to disturb him. I'll go and get a cuddle from Kat then, you thought, as you tiptoed quietly to your other man's door. As you approached it, you could hear two voices inside his room and knocked on the door curiously. There was dead silence from inside, and then Bakugo's door unlocked and opened. Yun, he said with a bit of surprise in his voice. Hey, sorry to intrude, he said, trying to look past him into the room, but it was dark, so you couldn't see anyone. Is that you, Yun? Kiri's voice asked from behind Bakugo as he came up behind him. Come in. E, he said with surprise. I wasn't expecting you to be here. Oh, he said sheepishly. We were, talking. Oh, you said slyly. Well, do you mind if I come in? Sure, Kiri said brightly. I mean, if it's okay, bro. Yeah, Bakugo grunted. Come in. What was they doing? Stay tuned for chapter 138 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.